Mactan Air Base. What's going on? Somebody's pushing it. Not now. We're working. Mactan Air Base, Lapu-Lapu City. There's a village called Airman's Village. It's experiencing demolition. 41 houses already demolished, and they're gonna strike again today, perhaps today or tomorrow, November 24th and 25th. They're just gonna go with their plans. Their plans is motivated, pushed by this evil, nefarious, and sinister deal. It's a deal with the devil. It's a deal of grabbing land that is not theirs. It's the Tumulak's land. It's the Pinote, Tumulak, Ibanez. There's so many families who originally owned this land. The thing is, they have not done it in real and in a legal and moral way of acquiring the land. No negotiations for this issue alone with the Tumulak. The lot number 2342, 2344, 2345, there was no expropriation ever done with the government, no negotiation. And so it was just during the time of the Americans coming here because of the Vietnam War that they took this land. The original settlers and the original owners are still owners today, who have the decree in their hand, decree of ownership, cadastral certification, and they still have it, and they're being taken away. Their privilege have been taken away from them. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Lord, please help. There's so many things to talk about. How these people, groups of people in the high places in the worldly scheme of things, hierarchy, the Air Force. We're here. Mactan Benito Ebuen Air Base. Used to be Mactan Air Base. There's a village where we live, the Airman's Village, experiencing demolition. 41 houses already demolished. There are around 200 houses here. Of course, the land is not ours. How can it be ours? We're given the privilege back in those days. Our fathers, the retired Air Force, the Air Forces, were given privilege to settle here in good faith, become builders of good faith. We own the houses. Of course, the land we used to think that it was from the government. It's owned by the government. Okay, and the government is kind enough because our fathers, the Air Force, are serving the country, so we have the privilege. Until such a time that we realize that the deal, and so many deals have been done for illegally acquiring this land in the part of the airport. Mactan Cebu International Airport, where the British have been dominant nowadays. And so they paid each houses who are living in the officers' village back in those days, some of them millions, a million or a couple of millions, and so they were satisfied about it. They destroyed, they broke their own houses, and they left off. And for us, who are, our fathers are just, come on, enlisted personnel, sergeants. And so the generals made a decision that they would not give the money to us, 23 million, I recall. Because for them, we were just so easy to get rid of us. For them it was so easy. They thought about it back in those days, 1995. They were not able to do that until 2024. How's that? 30 years? Okay. And so what's going on around, today is people are having a really bad confusion. Real deal confusion in their mind. What's going on? Why are we experiencing injustice? This land is not ours. It's the Tumulaks, particularly the 3 lots. A memorandum of agreement was made by my father and the original heirs of Filomeno Tumulak and Serapio Estardo. And they were able to do that, and they made that out of good faith, of having the high hopes that the land will be reclaimed by them, the Tumulak, and they will give us the right to buy this land or whatever dealings we're gonna do with this land. It's gonna be 50-50 agreement, And they made that decision. It was made in good faith. Time goes on. A lot of things have gone and have been done. A lot of people were not happy about what's going on with the case, particularly here. We lost a case. We made an appeal. We're hoping the judge will make his mind straight to what is right, to do his duties faithfully, to decide for our favor, because that's what is right. The Tumulaks have the decree. Okay, I keep repeating myself. Decree of ownership. And then the airport is paying, allegedly, lots and lots of money to the Air Force, and the Air Force has taken all the money that they can get. Those officials really having the bad intentions, and they still have the malice, the boldness to oppress people of no power over them. They are, I guess, just committing one of the sins that cries out to God for vengeance, cries out to heaven. That is oppression of the poor. We are poor. We're not that rich. We are not rich. We are not rich. We are poor. In some ways, we can be categorized as poor. Like you destroy our house, most of us have nowhere to go to. Like the budget for every day, for every month, is just enough. And if you want us to walk away and pay some rent to other places for a house, we can't do that. We don't have the money to do that. So we can be labeled as poor. And they're not giving us that right. Having relocation, having help, ayuda, as they say in Spanish, help. They're highly coordinated not to help us. Who are these people? The police. The police. The DSWD, the PCUP, the Urban Poor Presidential Commission. The DILG is supposed to have control over the police, not to deploy the police to help the sheriff, because what the sheriff is doing is totally illegal. Not only because we're not having the relocation, which is from supposedly they're supposed to follow the circular that they have the DILG. But most of all, now we found out and confirmed and verified, along with the Congressman Ahon Chan, and the 2 judges have agreed as well. Judge from the RTC and the MTC, Judge Lawas and Judge Gomez, with Ahon Chan, have all agreed, and we agreed, that we should not be doing this demolition because of humanitarian reason. It's a state of calamity. There's earthquake. There was earthquake, series of them, and typhoon causing floods. Although we're not that heavily affected, but the state of calamity for the whole nation is being lifted up, and so we're still under it. And that's the rule. During the pre-demolition conference, they have explicitly told us that there will be no demolition for cases like a state of calamity. They have broken that rule, their own rule that they've said.